Hi everybody, welcome to the channel. It's me, Adam. This is South of God Paranormal with the Monday night vlog on a Tuesday. You know by now, if it's on a Tuesday, it's because I've been epically busy on a Monday, and I just did not get it. I didn't even get a chance during the day to film anything, so hence why you're getting this now. So what's been occurring now? First things first, I'm going to with January, I'm going to take a little bit of a hiatus in January. I'm still gonna do the vlogs, and there might be one or two different bits that I'll do, which I want to try out and see how they work, and if they work, then we'll try and keep them up as well. So I'll let you know about that in due course. The other reason is because this month it's tis the season to be jolly. And that means Christmas, DJ work. This week alone, my workload's doubled out. I'm working tonight, even though this is the anniversary of the Rettendon shootings. I did want to do something tonight. However, I didn't realise I'd agreed to do this job. I actually thought I'd said no to it, but it turns out I didn't. So yeah, I've got to go Fenchurch Street after I finish my daytime job to go and do some karaoke there. And then on Saturday, I'm doing a bit of straight DJing just for a couple of hours over at Cluny Square. If anyone's in the South End who wants to come and say hello, 5 to 7, I'm doing a couple of hours there just for a local community event. So yeah, if you do want to come and say hello, that's what will be on Saturday, Cluny Square in South End, 5 to 7, just playing a bit of, party music and a little bit of Christmas stuff. So but that's what it would be, and I run around with the presents and all that palaver that we all do this time of year. So yeah, trying to keep on top of the content as well. It's been a little bit of a struggle up to now. Not so much the weather being one thing, because when I wanted to go out, we had crap weather. So I've had to try and fit in quite a few bits in one week and not enough. So I've got editing stuff to do. Plus there's sites I want to visit, which I'm probably not going to have time to do this month. Plus I've got to do my tax return as well. Because the Inland Revenue love me. Actually, I do. I'm pretty good with tax returns. But yeah, I've got to get that out of the way as well. So, what I'm going to do, as I say, January is going to be a little bit of a break, but I'll continue with the live vlogs just so you know what your boy's keeping up to, and possibly introduce some new elements, maybe card readings, that sort of thing, because there's a few people in my group that do card readings. I do card readings as well. Obviously I do it a lot less than they do. Again, it's a time issue. I don't get the time to do card readings for people as much as I'd like to. So yeah, you might expect some couple of different things in January. If they happen, we'll see how they work out, and if they're a great asset, then obviously we'll introduce them more often to my channel. So yeah, there's that, and plus I've got plenty of places I want to visit and do some recordings at, which again is tricky at the moment because of, the time and availability and all that. So yeah, that should give me the opportunities to be able to do it. I know it's January, the weather is going to be crap and cold, but yeah, as I say, I should have a little bit more time to do that. I mean, just tonight, for example, I am working over in Fenchurch Street, which I've done a few times. I think a few of you know the last time I've done it, I actually mostly use my new bike, which works out great. And I've since bought some new equipment, which if you go to my Instagram, you'll see it. I've got a new little controller, Mackie mixer, and a tiny little 4-way radio mic system. And yeah, just reducing all the size of my gear makes it easier for me to transport it on the bike. Because of the time of year, I'd much rather drive because it'd be a bit more comfortable. It's going to be about 2 or 3 degrees tonight. you know, the one positive with me Hondas, I do have heated grips, so that's something. But you know, it'd be nicer to drive and keep yourself in the warm. But no thanks to London's illustrious mayor, Mr. Sadiq Khan, who I think enjoys Nescafe. Those of you in age remember the advert. Yeah, because of him, if I go in with my car, I will have congestion charge. Then I've got ULEZ, and if I'm unlucky and I finish past midnight, I've got ULEZ coming out again. So I could be 40 quid out of pocket, and that's without even parking. So, I mean, a lot of the reason why I bought that bike in the first place is because I can get around that. But this time of year, the weather's not so good. You know, if you can't, you know, a lot of people, you know, getting a bit older now, so creature comforts are a blessing. But we are. So, yeah, that's what's happening tonight. I didn't think I'd agree to this job, but appeared I had done, because tonight, as you know, is the anniversary of the Rettendon shootings, the Essex Boy murder, Tucker Tate and Rolfe, 27 years ago today. I know, time flies. You know, and it's even been 2 years ago since I've done my first Rettendon investigation. So that shows you how quick time goes. Now, yeah, as I said, I did want to do something tonight, but obviously I can't because this job. I'm going to look to do something this weekend, hopefully. It depends on what team members I can get involved with, because this time around I've had the benefit of time and experience with doing what I do, and I've, you know, and it's been a massive learning curve every which way you look. You know, so this time around I want to try and keep it relatively somber, more of a low-key affair, just with fewer numbers, because you know, I felt after the last couple, you know, we had a lot of people there, so maybe a smaller group will work a lot better. And I've also had the benefit that the people will be involved, I've, you know, had the chance to work with quite a bit now, so I know who would be a really good asset for it. But to say, watch this space. So yeah, an actual revisit to Workhouse Lane will be on the cards. Hopefully I'll try and get it done this weekend. It'll be a recorded affair, it won't be a live stream. I want to try and put this to bed. I mean, it probably never will get put to bed, so long as Essex Police are sitting on whatever files they've got. But I'd like to try and get it as close as possible, which is what I tried to do with the first time. Which is probably why I underestimated it somewhat, because, you know, there was a lot of unanswered questions in there, exactly why they were down there, who they were meeting, and of course who pulled the trigger. So that was my initial thing. If you go back to my that time, that was my initial plan, just try and put it to bed, get the answers out, and, you know, hopefully leave it be. But, you know, little did I know, it's people still argue about it, and even if and when I get further stuff, which to me will probably be very conclusive, people will still argue the toss over it. But as far as I'm concerned, more than likely that would be it for me as a paranormal investigation, I'd say. That won't be it with the Rettendon contest. I'm still trying to work on the other stuff. This is what I mean. My time management has been crap. It's not crap. It could be better, I should say. You know, I haven't spoken to people that I should have been talking to. You know, my family and certain friends I've barely seen this year. So yeah, time management is very important. Yeah. Anyway. So that's what I'm trying to do, is get back down Workhouse Lane, do another paranormal stint down there, and try and just put to bed any unanswered questions. There's plenty that's come up over the past 2 years over my content, you know, that people have mentioned. You know, someone just been talking about BS. They said something then, you know, actually stupid stuff, and others have put up some really good comments, you know, very thought-provoking. So yeah, this is what I'd like to try and do. So yeah, a third paranormal investigation is in the offing. I've also got to do a concluding part to Kevin Whitaker. I'll get onto that in a moment, because it's linked but not linked with Patricia Parsons. It'll make sense in a moment. What I'm going to do this Thursday, after I finish doing Brentwood, I'm going to take a drive over to, it's something I promised, because I had a lovely comment on one of my videos. I think it was the Billy Jasper one, where I covered the route of Mr. D. They deleted their comment, but I think they realised it was stupid what what they were saying, because I pointed out at the time that a lot of the reason I'd done it during the day was it gave everyone a good perspective of the area. You could see everything, so you aside from the drone footage, you could see everything from the ground. And it's it's one thing to do to Google Maps and in the daylight, but at night, blah blah blah. So what I'm going to do Thursday, now unfortunately it won't be snowing. You watch me now, I've jinxed it. It probably will do. When I finish work on the Thursday, probably about 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to head over to Rectory Lane, where Billy dropped off Mr. D, and I'm going to cover that route under night time. So that'll be me and the probably the night vision camera, or one of my cameras with night vision on it, and I'm going to go over there. And the reason why I'm picking Thursday is because what I went and did a little while ago, I was curious as to know what kind of illumination they had that night, because we don't know if they had torches or what, anyone anywhere there had torches, but obviously you've got the moon. And when I looked at the moon's phases over, when I looked at what phase the moon was in that night, you can actually look it up. It appeared that the moon was in the waxing gibbous phase, which is not quite a full moon, but it's very near. So it's not quite, the sphere, you got that, there's just a little shaving, if you know what I mean, off the side of the moon. That's the waxing gibbous. It's not quite a full moon, but it's pretty much there. And I think Thursday is the last opportunity of waxing gibbous, and then it becomes a full moon. So I'm going to try and recreate the conditions. I'm going to try and get them and have the conditions as similar as it can be to what it was in 95. So the only thing I can't legislate for is snow. I don't even know whether the ground, although the temperatures now dropping, to normal winter temperatures, I don't know what the vegetation will be like. I'm hoping it'll be pretty much gone, because as you remember, when I did it during the day, it was June. So obviously all the vegetation and plantations are up. So I'm going to head over there early in the morning. It'll be early winter's morning, waxing gibbous moon. The conditions will be as close to what I would imagine it was that night for Mr. D. So we're going to do that route at night. I'll probably do a little bit of road, footage, and then down Rectory Lane and then over the field, and we'll see what comes of that. So yeah, there's that bit to look forward to for Rettendon. Now moving on to Kevin Whitaker and Patricia Parsons. Now we've been back to finally went back to Epping Forest for Patricia, and this time I had the benefit of Rudy and Stella with me. And as we've already seen from the work we did over at Great Baddow, the stuff that we got through from John Ball was profound. That brilliant. It's, I think the whole reason why I've been doing how I got into this and why I've been doing what I've been doing has kind of led to these moments, John being one of them. And as I found last week, Patricia was actually one as well. Because what we thought would happen, or what I thought would happen to her, she came through to us. That I can tell you. We've given her closure. All right, so that's the main two things. But what we found out has opened up a can of worms, which is what I'm going to look into next year. So I'm not going to spoil it, because we've got some really good stuff from Patricia, really good all round, and yeah, it was just very, very satisfying. But I mean, the main thing for me was to give her some resolution. You know, give her that platform that she could feel settled with. Because I always got that sense, but you know, especially as I was over there, that you know she was unsettled. But hopefully we have given her closure. So to me, that's everything. And what else came out of that was a bonus in one way or the other. And then sort of so going from Patricia to Kevin Whitaker, which is obviously the Rettendon again. Now, as you know, I've already been over there. I did get something that's edited, and again, like Patricia, in a similar vein, is going to be like a 3-part, just to give you an overall thing of what happened there. Then my personal visit to the site, and then there's going to be a third bit, which will be, which will be Rudy and Stella most likely, and hopefully we can get some communication that way, and hopefully give Kevin some resolution, because you know, again, he ended up with the wrong crowds and stuff, but you just got the impression that he, from what we've seen, he was trying to get himself away from everything that happened over there. So yeah, I want to go back and do a third and final bit for Kevin, with hope, as I say, hopefully Rudy and Stella. Maybe anyone else. We don't know. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that's what's going on. But all that content will start from February. So you're going to have Patricia Parsons, Kevin Whitaker, Rettendon. We'll be kicking the station. We'll be kicking the channel back off with a bit of a bang. And I'm going to look into. I've been promising to do this for ages, I know, but I'm going to look into some more murders from next year and see if we can give some resolution to them as well. It's just a case of, watch what goes on right now. So yeah, that's where we are there. Quickly, a little update on the Saab 193 convertible. Been to see Dave, the Saab specialist in Benfleet. He's got an airbag. Apparently that's what it comes down to. One of the connections on the airbag, and it's the wire that does the firing pin or something. That's what's broken, or rather they corrode over time, and it was giving off the wrong reading. So that's what he said. But so I'm just literally waiting for Dave to strip down a couple of seats in aero seats that he's got, take the airbag out, and then let me know, and then I can run my car down. He can do that. Still waiting on the Thunderbird with the cam chain. Waiting for my mate to clear a space in his diary. This is what I mean. Everything is so up in the air at the moment. So I'm hoping I can get into January with a bit of knowing where we are a bit more, because not only that, my estate needs will need MOT in January as well. Yeah, that's it. It's a lot. There's a lot to take in now. Oh, hello. I'm gonna go because I think we've got a parcel. The old DPD man's come up. Wednesday it's Dover Horsted Fort. That was a really good site. Hang on. Is that for? No, I live there, so yeah. I'm just doing a vlog, that was all. Okay. So it just had to cover that up at a parcel. So yeah, there we go. yeah, so content this week is a visit to Fort Horsted in Chatham. That was part of my as crew with Ghost Hunter Tours UK, and that was a great evening. There was Fort Horsted is very haunted. There's a lot of spirits there, and they did interact with us, which was amazing. But you'll see that anyway. I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. Yeah, that's where we are at the moment. I'm not sure what Sunday is. There'll be some bonus content, I think, to do with readout fault. I think so. Yeah, a bit football orientated this week. But hopefully we're going to have some more stuff to do with the forts and other things as well, because as you know, I'm crew with Ghost Tours, so there'll be Ghost Tours related stuff as well, so you can see what happens at one of these tours and some of the fun and games we have. All right, thanks very much for watching, everybody. Love and light to you all. God bless you all. And yeah, if you want to come and say hello on Saturday, I'll be at Cluny Square in Southend, just spinning a bit of music for people between 5 and 7. Thanks again, everybody. See you later. Bye bye.